Angela Merkel is under pressure amid calls to expel the US ambassador to Germany. It comes after Richard Grenell, who's been in the post for barely a month, said he's working to strengthen right-wing movements across Europe. The German Foreign Ministry has asked him to clarify his remarks, as Peter Oliver now investigates.
At the beginning of the last century, then American President Theodore Roosevelt said that US diplomats should speak softly and carry a big stick. Well, the current US ambassador to Germany, he's opted more for shouting loudly and using that stick to smash diplomatic norms. Have a look at what he had to say to the right-wing news site Breitbart.
There are a lot of conservatives throughout Europe who have contacted me to say they're feeling there is a resurgence going on. I absolutely want to empower other conservatives throughout Europe, other leaders.
While Ambassador Grenell has announced himself as the alt-right's cheerleader-in-chief in Europe, some people in Berlin aren't happy that such a senior diplomatic figure is involving himself in the day-to-day running of European politics.
He's a high-ranking official from the United States and maybe needs to be a little bit more careful.
I cannot imagine that. I never ever, and I'm 50 years now, I never ever had heard something similar over the last decades. This is disgusting. This person should be sent out of our country. We don't do this in the US, and they shouldn't do that. This is horrible. And the US government, this is a shame. Sorry for that, but that's my opinion.
He should have been more diplomatic, and I believe that the right wing is not the right way to be pushing.
I wouldn't call this incident meddling in German affairs, but as a diplomat, he should be more neutral.
Politicians on the left say the ambassador, who's only been in the job for a month, should pack his bags and go home.
Ambassadors are representatives of their states and not of political movements. US Ambassador Grenell, however, does not behave like a diplomat, but more like a far-right colonial officer. We won't tolerate such behaviour.
It is not only a breach of etiquette, it is also a violation of the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. There is an Article 41 in which it is very clearly stated that ambassadors shall not interfere in internal affairs. He has to go because he has broken too much porcelain in Germany. He has become a real hate figure, and that is not a good platform for a US ambassador.
This isn't the first scandal that Mr. Grenell's been involved in. Just a few days into his tenure, he upset German businesses with these comments after Washington pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal.
As Donald Trump said, US sanctions will target critical sectors of Iran's economy. German companies doing business in Iran should wind down operations immediately.
Ambassador Grenell's brash shoot-from-the-hip style certainly seems to be from the same playbook as President Donald Trump. But he may well find out the hard way that envoys are expected to act and behave in a certain way, whether they're at home in DC or here in the German capital. Peter Oliver, RT Berlin.